Hello, darlings! I'm here to break down and analyze the new concept art. The surroundings are foresty, mountainous, floaty pieces of land that look very much like the art piece from this past summer. This particular one shows a far off view, while in this new piece, it's as though the character stands on one of the farther mountain ranges, with one of the cascades easily recognizable behind her. The orange-leafed trees below indicate she stands higher up, but obviously not on the highest range. I had previously speculated that this location could be Arlathan Forest, or anywhere the veil is thin, so perhaps the magic used is fade magic. However, it isn't green like the fade veil or like the magical bow in the trailer. It is cyan. It might be another sort of magic, but I'll get to that in a bit. The magic armor and magical triangles are all the same as in this other concept art piece from last summer. I had thought this took place in a sewage system or underground passage. The orange trees, however, indicate this could then be the floor of the area where our female magical archer stands, and these could be her companions. The triangles that form a sort of barrier or fuel the magic around these beings is quite particular. Originally, I thought Venatori, because it resembles very much the triangular shapes of Dorian's slow time magical ability, and they are not clad in typical Tevinter gear, so I just assumed Venatori. However, I cannot ignore the triangles in the magic or in the armor, the downward triangles, which is very similar to the symbol of the Executors. Furthermore, if these were Venatori, there would be a lot more snaky symbols on them. In Tevinter Nights, the Executor who appears in the story The Dread Wolf Take You by Patrick Weeks is described as thus: a figure covered head to toe in dark robes of Varantium samite. So this is a bit more colorful than that, with a thin mesh dropping down to cover the hood. The dark robes were trimmed in a pattern Charter had never seen, twisting shapes that curled to points in places that made her eyes hurt. So obviously the devs have reworked this concept, reworked the look, or that particular Executor was dressed more inconspicuously. It is possible that some magic be similar in various areas of Thedas. A Vint could have developed magic from an ancient people, such as the Executors, or the Executors could have adapted their magic to include some form of a Tevinter / Venatori type of magic. While the slow time spell appears as colorless, the shapes are too similar to ignore. In Dragon Age Inquisition, the Executors claim that the Inquisition scouts at the taken outposts gave themselves willingly to their cause. It is hence not so far-fetched to think that long ago, Tevinters also gave themselves to the Executors' cause and converted, joining them. Over the ages, their magic would adapt, develop, and change. Thus, there would be some similarities. The cyan color reflects the theory of the Executors who came from across the sea, would use magic that somehow taps into or reflects the sea. The color thus associated with water flowing fluidly as though a tendril. In the artwork from last summer, there are also tendrils, a tendrily cyan arrow, and darker tendrils that looked like the movement of seaweed and such aquatic plants. The arrow in the recent artwork also has little droplets around it. Thus, it is a possibility that the Executors draw their magic from water. And they do smell like something from beyond the sea, as mentioned in Tevinter Nights. Perhaps this beyond the sea smell is a smell of magic from the sea. She stands near water here. Tapping into the water and conjuring magic from it sounds like Executor MO. And each triangle from the magic that floats has the same cyan magic lighting it up in flowy curves. Therefore, I am sold on the idea that these beings are Executors. Now, what does this mean for Dragon Age 4? Well, it would be nice to have the ability to wear that gear. And since we don't know enough yet about the Executors, it can't be an origin story for the main protagonist. So I'm inclined to believe that we are looking at a future Executor companion. And I hope we get more art and short stories and backstory for this character. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as per usual, like this video if you like it, subscribe to be Jimmy approved, and I'll see you all soon. Masaranas. If you're new here and you like my content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. Like it if you like it, for the like it if you like it dance. You can also follow my website, binkyproductions.com, where I post everything from all my channels. Exclusive! If you want to support me, consider buying my book, Stardust Destinies 1 Variant Facing. Magic, dragons, fantasy, all relevant links below. Thank you so much for your time. Your continued viewership is very much appreciated. Masaranas.